You know, guys, with all the hype surrounding Call of Duty Black Ops 6, this has led me to the belief that Call of Duty Black Ops 6 could be the biggest scam in Call of Duty history. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'd go even a step further as to say this will be the biggest scam in Call of Duty history. Now, before you get your panties in a twist and all the Call of Duty fanboys in the comment section tell me to off myself, say my opinion's irrelevant, etc., without even watching the full video, you know, average view duration exists. I could see that in my analytics, but anyways, I digress. Just hear me out, guys, because I feel like there's actually a few points here that can actually present a strong case for this being the biggest scam in Call of Duty history. Now, I understand I'm not going to change everybody's mind. There are Call of Duty fanboys in this community, and they live in Deluluville. They're straight up delusional, and they think that this is going to be the godsend. Jesus himself is going to come down from the high heavens and save Call of Duty. That's what Black Ops 6 is to them. So for those people, I know I'm not changing your mind, and you guys can go live in Deluluville and have fun with that. But for the people that came into this video with an open mind, I applaud you. You've made it 59 seconds into the video, which is a hell of a lot longer than I could say for most of the Call of Duty community. You know, they all have TikTok brain. It's an epidemic going around right now. They can't watch a video for longer than a minute if it doesn't sit there and just absolutely glaze and slobber all over the Activision D. So if you're looking for that, this isn't going to be the type of channel for you. I don't glaze Activision. And I know there's a lot of Activision glazers in my comment section and people that just like to go on Twitter and defend the billion-dollar company, which I'll never understand. But anyways, I digress. Let's get into the first point. Point number one as to why Black Ops 6 will be the biggest scam in Call of Duty history. Well, the pretty obvious point here is nostalgia baiting. We saw it with Modern Warfare 2019 and we saw it with Modern Warfare 2. And of course, we all know that Call of Duty has a fantastic track record when it comes to reviving old nameplates, right? I'm sure you guys can sense my sarcasm. MW19, as far as I'm concerned, is the worst Call of Duty in the entire franchise, bar none from a multiplayer standpoint. It changed a bunch of things. I made an entire video essay on this if you guys want to go watch that. I'm not going to harp on this too long. Modern Warfare 2 2022 is another prime example of this. We had MW2. Everybody was like, oh my goodness, Modern Warfare 2 is coming back. We're back, boys. And Modern Warfare 2 2022 was basically a worse version of Modern Warfare 2019. Now, it's a close tie for me between MW2 and Modern Warfare 2019, but I know I will get some hate for this. I give the edge to Modern Warfare 2 2022 just slightly because of the maps. I don't think there's any good maps in Modern Warfare 2019, and I understand that's my opinion. It's subjective, and there's going to be people that disagree with me in the comment section. That is completely fine. But the point I'm trying to make here is that they do not have a good track record when it comes to reviving old nameplates. Example, MW19 and Modern Warfare 2. Point number two, EOMM will be dialed up to 11. We all know that this is going to happen. Engagement optimized matchmaking is here to stay, and it's going to be an epidemic for the next few Call of Duty games, if not every single Call of Duty game moving forward. We have things like rigging algorithms, rigging outcomes of matches, skill-based damage, etc. These are all seen throughout patents that Activision actually owns. Now, I don't have any proof that it's in the game, but the people that like to come here and say that I need to prove that it's in the game don't have any proof that it's not in the game. Now, I understand I'm the one making the argument and the burden of proof does fall on me, but the fact of the matter is we don't have any proof either confirming nor denying the fact that skill-based damage, EOMM, and all of these other patents are at play in Call of Duty multiplayer. But one thing I do know is that if it isn't EOMM and it is in fact skill-based matchmaking, well, I'm pretty sure the skill-based matchmaking is going to be dialed up to 11, because if we all remember the last Black Ops game we got being Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, the EOMM and SBMM in that game was by far the worst I've ever seen in the franchise. Black Ops Cold War is the only Call of Duty game. Now, I don't know if this is because of, you know, the non-resetting streaks and everybody can get streaks, even bad players, but it is the only Call of Duty game that I refused to play solo. When you played this game solo, it was absolute slugfest. It was sweaty. You couldn't move. The game was made to be fast, but it didn't play fast because the skill-based matchmaking was cranked up to 11. Now, this is just my experience. Throughout seeing comments on my channel, I do understand that there are people that, you know, say, oh, I didn't have any problems on that game. It was great. And it's just like, this just goes to show how the algorithms really affect everybody's experience on the game. Maybe you're a below average player, maybe you're an above average player, maybe you're just bone stock average. Like, you're just kind of meh. And the experience to you isn't that bad because you don't have to face the competition that I face. But I don't know. All I know is that EOMM or SBMM will more than likely be in the game just simply because the sales numbers aren't down. And you can see this through tweets here. Do you guys remember the last video where I talked about the Steam charts and how Black Ops 6 was the best-selling game on Steam pre-order category? story. Well, unfortunately, the same thing has rang true for the console side, and as you can see here from this Charlie Intel tweet, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Vault Edition is currently the most pre-ordered item on the PlayStation Store, cross-gen bundle in the top 10 as well. So I should note here also that the Vault Edition is the most expensive version of Call of Duty you can buy, and of course that is the best-selling pre-order item on PlayStation. None of this surprises me, none of this should surprise anybody watching this video, but the fact of the matter is, if the rumors were true about skill-based matchmaking being toned down in Black Ops 6, you could pretty much take that rumor and throw that in the fucking trash can now, because everybody here on Steam and PlayStation, and I'm sure the same rings true for Xbox, have gone out and pre-ordered the game, and not even just pre-ordered the game, they bought the best, most expensive edition of the game. And as far as I'm concerned, if you're one of the people that buys this game for $70 or $100 in this case, I believe that's how much the Vault Edition is, and a few months later you complain about skill-based matchmaking, you have nobody to blame but yourself, and this right here is why we'll have no change in Call of Duty. But I've stated this numerous times, and I don't really feel like I need to explain it much further. Point number 3 is that there's zero carryover from Modern Warfare 3 to Black Ops 6. This is perfectly summarized here in this Charlie Intel tweet. He says, carry forward update. When Call of Duty Black Ops 6 integrates with Warzone, all Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and Black Ops 6 content will be available in Warzone. That's great. But in Black Ops 6 multiplayer and zombies, only Black Ops 6 content will be available to you. So in short, if you're a Warzone player, you get to keep all your stuff. If you're somebody who spends money, $70 on a game every year, you can go fuck yourself and not have any of the skins carry over from Modern Warfare 3 to Black Ops 6. Now, I know some people aren't going to care about this, but this is extremely anti-consumer, and there's kind of an ulterior motive here for Activision, and that is the fact that they can sell it to you again. They did this with Modern Warfare 2019 to Modern Warfare 2. We all remember the 4th of July bundle, the copy-paste blueprint that they took from Modern Warfare 2019 and put it into MW2 and sold it to you for a higher price. And let's not forget about Snoop Dogg. How many Snoop Doggs have we seen? We've seen Snoop Dogg, if my memory serves me correctly, we've seen Snoop Dogg in Modern Warfare 2, we saw him in Vanguard, and we saw him in Modern Warfare 3. So they're gonna release another Snoop Dogg, another Nicki Minaj, all this other shit, upsell it, charge you more money, so you have to buy it again, just so you can lose it again next year. This is why I'm against buying skins in general. It's extremely anti-consumer, and this carry forward thing I knew was way too good to be true, and there's no way they were going to do it again. The only reason why they did it with Modern Warfare 2 to 3 is because Modern Warfare 3 is an over-glorified DLC for Modern Warfare 2, but we're not going to get into that. But even so, this is a huge L for Call of Duty as a whole, and only the Call of Duty community would find a way to spin this and make it seem like it's a good thing, when they don't even realize they're being slapped in the face and Activision is spitting and shitting all over them, and they just take it with a smile. They've honestly convinced themselves that this is a good thing simply because of immersion. It's gonna ruin the immersion if we have Modern Warfare skins in Black Ops. It doesn't fit the setting. It's gonna ruin the immersion. This is the most common argument I hear from them, and it just makes me like sit there and like, huh? Like, you know that huh cat meme? I'll put that up on fucking screen right now. Like, huh? Like, I don't even know how to respond to this, bro. You really think that they're going to keep the skins realistic, and there's not going to be any cringy duck skins and fucking furries and Easter bunnies and shit sliding and booty sliding all over the fucking place, doing omnidirectional movement, 360 no scopes and shit? You really think that that's not going to happen? Well, don't take my word for it. Don't take it from the guy who's been playing the game for 15 years. Take it from Treyarch themselves, because Charlie Intel's reporting here that Treyarch confirmed to IGN that they will be adding all sorts of skins to Black Ops 6 post-launch, but day one will focus on the base/immersive items. Oh, that's so good. Thank you, Treyarch. I appreciate that. So day one, you won't be running around with any of those skins so that it doesn't break the immersion in that narrative we want. Now, of course, we're going to add things like that into post-launch. We know players love those things. Yeah, children love those things. And then we'll find really cool things that tie to the Black Ops lore and all new exciting stuff as well. So the question I have to you guys after hearing that quote is, why are you against carry forward if they're just going to release the same cringy shit again later on and they're going to charge you money for it? Like, you could have had your cringe shit from the last game carry over to Black Ops 6 and you wouldn't have had to spend a fucking dime. But now you're strong-armed into buying that if you're into those those skins and shit. And I know I like to joke and sit here and call you cringe and all this, but genuinely, I don't give a shit what you do with your money. So if you're somebody who buys skins, you shouldn't be happy that none of the carry forward comes over. You own those items, man. And now they're just slapping you in the face and they're like, well, we're gonna keep it immersive for a little bit and then we're gonna add cringy shit later on. So you can shell out the credit card and buy our cringy shit later on. Like, what? Am I the only one who thinks this is just a big fucking L? Like, I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below. But there's one more thing I want to cover here before I close out the video, and that's if you're a zombies player, perhaps you think you're free from all of these algorithms and the shitty microtransactions. You feel like I'm just gonna buy the game for zombies and I really don't care about the microtransaction side of things because I don't play multiplayer and I could care less. Well, there was a point that was brought up by one of my Discord members, and he goes by the name of Ghost Ops Zone, and I will be putting his channel in the description so you guys can check him out. But he brought up a great point that I didn't even think of because I'm not primarily a zombies player, and that's the fact that gobblegums could actually be monetized and more than likely will be added to bundles for astronomical prices. So perhaps that's not game breaking for you. Perhaps there's people here that are like, well, who gives a shit? It's just gobblegums. It's not that big of a deal. And maybe that is the case. But the simple fact of the matter is they're gonna monetize the fuck out of zombies too, just like they do with multiplayer. And all of this culminates into making Call of Duty Black Ops 6 the biggest scam in Call of Duty history. Do you agree with my take? Do you disagree with my take? Let me know how you feel in the comment section below. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like the video. If you did not enjoy today's video, make sure to bitch slap the shit out of that dislike button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and don't forget to turn that notification bell on so you never miss when I upload a video. And I catch everybody in the next one. Peace.
I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could